Good morning and welcome to our weekly Warrior Shoutout, where we will fill you in on updates and successes around our school. So the football team played Vestavia Friday night. Can you tell us a little bit about that game?
Oh, and another big win, another major game on the road in our region, and every game is big in our region. And of course, Vestavia, very strong team, and our guys found a way to win and fight through. And pulled away, in the second half, and they just did a phenomenal job. And just on the road, and any time that you can get a victory on the road against a strong opponent like Vestavia, is a major accomplishment, which sets us up for a huge showdown this Friday night against Mountain Brook for the regular season region championship. So we're excited about that, and I know that we're going to have a big crowd, a lot of excitement. So looking forward to that, but the football team is obviously on a roll and doing an amazing job.
Another team that has had a successful season is our volleyball team,
right.
And they had their last regular season home game a few nights ago. Can you tell us a little bit about how they did?
Yes, they did very well. They had a 3-0 sweep of Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. It was senior night, so that was very special for our seniors. And what a better way it's not a better way to cap off their senior season and the accomplishments that they've had as being a part of the volleyball program, with a big win, with a big victory over a quality opponent in Hillcrest. So a 3-0 sweep was a great way to get things going and finish up the regular season as they're starting to get ready for the playoffs.
There are two meets that cross country has participated in recently. Can you tell us a little bit about those and who beat record times?
Well, yes, our cross-country team, for the most of the team was involved in the Do It on the Trails event, which was in Decatur this past week, and we had a couple of athletes who scored very high, did very well. Lauren Moon finished with her best personal record, 20 minutes and 52 seconds, which was a personal best for her, of course, and then Emily Allen had a new personal record. She finished in the top 10. At the race, which had hundreds of runners, and so congratulations to Lauren and Emily for a great showing at the Do It on the Trails event. And then of course Jace Jones was in Georgia over the weekend at the Coach Wood Invitational, and he finished 7th in that event, which again, you're talking about some of the best in the nation. And so as we talked about last week, Jace is committed to the University of Alabama. Strong cross-country runner, very proud of him, but he had a personal record and a Thompson High School record of 15 minutes and 13 seconds in his race. So congratulations to him and to our cross-country program as a whole.
Mm-hmm. One of our new clubs this year is the eSports. Can you tell us a little about them and what they've been doing and how they've been doing?
Yeah, eSports is very cool. It's video gaming. Mm-hmm. It's actually a sanctioned activity, quote unquote sport, by the Athletic Association. The Alabama High School Athletic Association has sanctioned this, but we got off to a great start. Had a big win over Oxford High School in our first preseason match. It's not regular season yet, it's still preseason, but that was a good win for them. They also, we had two teams. So one team played Oxford and they won 2-0, two games 2-0, and then the other group unfortunately lost to West Blockton, but they had a good showing and a good first time out. And we had several of our players like Kobe Thomas, Alan Rivas, An Lee, Nolan Young, and Cameron Young, who scored very well in the victory over Oxford. So excited to see what's going to happen with eSports, because that's going to be a big program and a big event and an activity for us here, and we've already got quite a few students involved.
The Marching Southern Sounds has always done well in their competitions, and they had a competition this past weekend, and it's one of the biggest competitions of the year. Can you tell us a little bit about how they did in
Jacksonville State?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean this is always their biggest event. They participate in other marching competitions during the marching season, but the Jacksonville State event, which is named the Contest of Champions, and for a good reason. They have strong bands from the state of Alabama. They have them come from Georgia, even Florida, and other parts of the Southeast. And so a great event, a great competition, and our band placed overall third place in the Diamond Division, which was the strongest division at the competition, with numerous bands that were in that division. Our drum line did well, color guard did well. They both scored second place in their division. And then our drum majors, dance line, majorette line, color guard line, drum line, and then the entire band earned superior ratings overall. So it was a great showing. And then of course our drum majors, our dance, and our majorettes had first place accomplishments. They scored first place in the entire competition overall. So just a great showing. Drumline, color guard, they had second place, highest scores and they were the highest scoring group for any band from the state of Alabama. So another big Saturday for our marching Southern Sounds. They did a great job.
We just talked about the varsity volleyball team that had a success a few nights ago.
Right.
How about the JV volleyball team and how they've done?
Well, JV capped off their season with a Metro championship. So just like the freshmen who won their Metro championship a week ago, our JV follows up this Saturday with a Metro championship as well. So couldn't be more proud of our young volleyball players here and the teams that we have, because obviously our Metro is probably the strongest group of young teams in the state, and for us to be the champions of that division says something a lot about our program and about our young players that are coming up to varsity.
The theater program is always working hard, and they have a production coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
it's the production is Wiley and the Hairy Man, and that's going to be airing next week, at the end of next week. And in our theater program, they always do a phenomenal job of putting shows together, and it's always exciting and interesting to see what their productions do, because they like to add a little twist and a little spin to things and normal stories, and a lot of people know these stories and these playwrights that they always perform, but they always seem to add an extra spin to it, which is even more entertaining, and it's more centered towards our students and our community, and they just do a phenomenal job. So if you haven't been out to see them perform live and in person, you don't need to miss this next performance next week.
So the first 9 weeks just finished a few days ago,
right,
and we're having report card conferences. Can you tell us a little bit about that and why that's important?
Well, you know, in these Warrior Shout-Outs, we always like to talk about some academic accomplishments and some things that are going on, and I think it's important to highlight some of the special programs that we have in place to help support our students and their success. Report card conferences is one of those activities that we have become accustomed to having. It's more of it's just a traditional thing that we do now, and our community does a great job of coming in. We invite people from the community to come in to mentor, to talk to our students, our freshmen, about their success and how they can become better using their report cards as that conversation piece. And so it really helps our freshmen, and it helps us as a school overall to make sure that our students are on track and they're doing what they need to do academically. But it also gives our community an opportunity to come in and contribute and to partner with us in making sure that our students are learning at the highest level.
So next week we have a way for people to give back in the blood drive.
Right.
How can you sign up for that, and why is it important to give blood?
Well, we have a table set up in the lunchroom or outside of the cafeteria every day. This is something that the 300 leadership is driving, but also HOSA has been involved in our blood drives, and so we're expecting a huge turnout. And matter of fact, our registration sheets, our sign-up sheets are filling up fast. So there's still room and there's still opportunities, but those are running out quickly. So if students, if you have an opportunity, if you're eligible to donate, please stop by at one of our tables in the D hall outside of the cafeteria and sign up so that you can give back and contribute. So it should be a lot of fun and also just a great way for us to give back.
That's all for today's Warrior Shoutout. Tune in next week for more updates and successes around our school. Have a great day.